Before we start to apply the product, let's look at the important information on the bag. Down the side of the bag you will find a use-by date. Make sure the plaster is within its use-by date. This information is printed on all bags of Thistle plaster. Before applying Thistle HardWall, it is important to check that the background is suitable for Thistle HardWall by referring to the latest British Gypsum technical information and that any background preparation has taken place. As part of the background preparation, all 2-coat plaster angle beads should be fixed in position using a Thistle Gypsum plaster, in this case Thistle HardWall. Once applied and lined in, the angle beads should be left to set before the application of the Thistle HardWall begins. Before you begin spraying undercoat plasters, cover any windows, doorways and openings, holding the cover in place with masking tape. Alternatively, another person can hold a piece of plywood or board in place as the spray application progresses. Before any Thistle HardWall plaster is added to your chosen spray machine, please consult the manufacturer's instructions for guidance on settings on water, pipes and pump sizes. The spray machine should be set up in a well-ventilated area, with the correct PPE being used by operatives. Now we have the correct settings for Thistle HardWall, we can prepare the spray machine to start spraying. Generally, for all spray plaster machines, you will need to prime the chamber with some water before adding any powder, as shown here on the machine we are using. Add the Thistle HardWall as per the machine manufacturer's guidance, and then you are ready to start running the machine for consistency checks. As the mixed Thistle HardWall starts to come through the machine, you can adjust the water settings further, depending on the consistency required. Once the required consistency has been reached, you should stop the machine. Before you attach the mortar pipe, make sure you run some water through it to stop material gathering or building up on the wall of the pipe. Once it has been primed, attach the mortar pipe to the machine. Run material through the mortar pipe, spraying it into a bucket. Once all the water is out of the pipe and you have fresh material coming through, you are ready to approach the wall. When spraying Thistle HardWall, apply using a ribbon pattern in a horizontal movement, remembering that Thistle HardWall should be applied to a minimum of 11 mm in thickness. Once the required thickness of Thistle HardWall has been applied, the wall can be ruled off with a derby, a serrated straight edge or a feather edge. Any low or hollow spots that have been missed during the spraying process can be filled. Once the Thistle HardWall is flat and is stiffened, a devil float should be used to prepare the surface of the Thistle HardWall for the application of a Thistle Finish coat plaster. There you have it, a plastered wall ready for finishing. Now we will demonstrate how to apply a finish coat plaster, in this case using Thistle DuraFinish. British Gypsum's Thistle DuraFinish is a finish coat plaster for increased impact resistance, as it is 60% tougher than Thistle multi-finish plaster. Thistle DuraFinish can be applied over Thistle undercoat plasters as part of a 2-coat plaster solution, or applied as a finish to a Gyprock plasterboard background. Before mixing Thistle DuraFinish, the Thistle HardWall should be pre-treated with Thistle Gyp Prime to control the suction of the hardwall. Thistle Gyp Prime should be diluted to suit the suction of the background and can be applied by brush, sprayer or roller. When mixing Thistle DuraFinish, always add the powder to clean, cold water. Mixing should take place in a well-ventilated area, with the correct PPE being used by operatives. Add the Thistle DuraFinish powder gradually and mix thoroughly to remove any lumps. Thistle DuraFinish should be mixed to a slightly wetter consistency than other Thistle finish plasters. It is important that no further powder is added and the Thistle DuraFinish is allowed to sit for approximately 5 minutes to bulk out before one further mix to remove any missed dry powder. The finish coat will be applied to the ceiling before progressing onto the walls. Apply the DuraFinish in two 1mm coat applications with a stainless steel trowel. Obtaining the finish will now be demonstrated with speed skim applicators. Before you apply the speed skim, it's good practice to wet the blade with your brush. Once the plaster has been applied to the ceiling or wall, apply your speed skim ST straight away. For flattening, keep the angle nice and tight, around 20 degrees is about right. Let the speed skim do the work, and glide across the surface of the plaster to flatten it. Now to finish using the Speed Skim SF. When using the Speed Skim SF, apply fairly soon after the second flatten. Around 5 to 10 minutes under normal conditions is about right. Apply water with your brush to the SF blade first and then glide it across the surface of the plaster, making sure you apply even pressure. The result is a superior finish. Now for the wall. Apply the first coat of Thistle DuraFinish using a stainless steel trowel to an approximate thickness of 1mm. It is important to keep all your tools clean between the application and troweling of Thistle DuraFinish. Apply the second coat of Thistle DuraFinish using a stainless steel trowel to an approximate thickness of 1mm to give an overall thickness of 2mm. It is important that this second coat is laid down as flat as possible compared to other Thistle finish plasters at this stage before leaving the wall. Thistle DuraFinish should be given a first trowel with either a plastic or stainless steel trowel. It is important that minimal water is used, as excessive water may affect the quality of the finish. Thistle DuraFinish should be given a second trowel, with either a plastic or stainless steel trowel. Again, as with the first trowel, minimal water should be used. Once set, the Thistle DuraFinish should be given a final trowel, with either a plastic or stainless steel trowel. As with previous troweling stages, minimal water should be used. There you have it, a high-impact 2-coat plastered wall finished in no time.